Guys, the last but not the least, we have just one great speaker. Should can't connect to us online. It will be the recorded speech, but you can try to ask your questions in chat, and we will transfer your questions to our great speaker. Today we have Danni Roseman, content marketing specialist at Surfer SEO. Danni will share with us impactful content marketing strategies for SaaS companies, 3 not so obvious ways to attract the customers. So, Danni, you can join us in video format and we will listen to your speech.
Hello, my name is Danni Roseman, and I have the honor of speaking to you today a little bit about content marketing. I am the content marketing lead at Surfer, and if you're unfamiliar with Surfer, we are a SaaS company, much like yourselves, and our platform and tool enables people, regardless of their skill set, regardless of their starting point, to streamline their SEO strategy in a way that makes sense, is intuitive, and is backed 100% by data. And our platform is incredible, not just because it was built by extremely talented data scientists, but because everything we do is backed by information. And we can all appreciate that. It takes a lot of the guesswork out of SEO, and our toolkit is expansive and powerful, but quite easy to use. So the title of today's presentation is Impactful Content Marketing Strategies for SaaS Companies, 3 not so obvious ways to attract customers. If you are here to hear someone tell you to start a podcast or to find guest posting opportunities or to host a live webinar, I'm really sorry. I will not be doing that. The key point that I want to emphasize today are non-obvious ways to attract people to your brand or to your tool. And I'm not bashing those other options because they've been around for ages for a reason. They work, they're useful, and they're effective. But I'm hoping to provide some new information or some fresh ideas to kind of help your content strategy just a bit more. I guess the first most obvious question is, why is content marketing relevant? Information, especially when it's free, accessible, and relevant, never goes out of style. There's always something to learn, so therefore there's always something to teach, and it's one marketing tool that can fit both the smallest and the largest of budgets. Here, the key cost cutter is creativity. So I'd like to start off this presentation with the first tip, which is product-led, community-based content marketing. Okay, that's a lot of hyphens, I know, but stick with me. So the main idea here is to be so in tune with your competitors' shortcomings, the user's pain points, and your own resources to create an ideally free product that people can't help but talk about. One example that I'd like to share with you today is Surfer's Keyword Chrome extension. It is a free extension on Google Chrome that enables people to do quite detailed keyword research without ever having to leave the SERP. And it started basically because there was one other tool similar to it on the market. And because of that company's trajectory, they had to start charging to use that tool. Well, Surfer found the absolute sweet spot and was able to come up with an MVP and create a tool that was free and did the same, if not more, than their competitor's tool. And I've already kind of mentioned our expansive toolkit, and I can say without a doubt that this is our most widely used tool. It has over 400,000 users. And as you can see here, people really like it. And we've never once put money for ads behind this tool, nor have we ever paid for ads. And yet the reviews are consistently positive and consistent in terms of influx. The reason this tool works so well is because Surfer managed to find the intersection between our competitor's weakness, or their mistake in this case, which was starting to charge for a tool that had always been free, and our user's pain point, and our current resources, or our resources at the time. We were able to create this tool and create an MVP without overextending ourselves, and the tool is free, has always been free, and will remain free. So here's some stats of interest out of transparency's sake. As I mentioned before, it's got 400,000 users. It's got 4.5 out of 5 stars on Google Web Store. We've never once put ads behind it, nor have we ever paid for reviews. It's free, always has been, always will be, and our users can trust that. Keyword Surfer's landing page has generated over 140,000 unique sessions in the last 12 months. And the idea here is that we created a product so good and so useful and so relevant that people start talking about it. We get dozens of quality backlinks consistently because people talk about this tool. Now, we have over 490 unique videos about Keyword Surfer on YouTube. The most popular video has about 110,000 views. Do you think, honestly, that our team would have the capacity to create 490 unique pieces of content, edit, and upload to YouTube? Absolutely not. But that's the beauty of community-based content-led marketing. Our community does it for us. So the point I'm trying to make is you don't need to be the first or the biggest to create a consistent wave of organic traffic. People talk about the product, and our only job is to keep it functioning, evolving, and make sure that it meets the needs of our users. So ask yourself this question: how can I do what my competitor is doing, but cheaper, better, or ideally for free? So here are the main takeaways for product-led community-based content marketing. You just need a minimum viable product. You can update and evolve as you go. We're literally in the process of doing it right now. Timing is key. Understanding the market and studying your competitors is the only way to spot these opportunities. If you're so heads down into your own product, you'll miss it. So I challenge you all to zoom out, act quickly, both on the marketing side as well as the product side. And when in doubt, incentivize the buzz. Can you offer something in exchange for something and still say on budget and get honest quality feedback, reviews, or content? It's worth exploring. Next up, we have micro-influencers. Now, you probably think I'm going to tell you to find some people on social media platforms like TikTok or Instagram with fewer than 5,000 followers that you can pay in order to promote your product or your brand. And while this is an option, and most likely more budget-friendly than giant mega influencers, that's not where I'm going with this. This isn't a bad idea, especially since micro-influencers tend to have a much stronger and closer relationship with their audience, but I wouldn't call this strategy not obvious. So what if I told you there is a way that if you set things up properly, you could generate a consistent flow of case studies, testimonials, and organic social proof to create converts for your product without having to spend a dime? Like I always say, I'm speaking from experience. I'm going to tell you exactly how Surfer did that. First, we create a space. We carve out a little corner of the internet that we can house our community. In our case, it's Facebook, but you also have options like Discord or Patreon. Next, we make sure there's at least one person designated to interact in that space. That means asking engaging questions or responding to comments or simply just being there. It makes so much of a difference because as a software company, it's really hard to humanize us because at the end of the day, we become synonymous with our product. Our Facebook community has about 15,000 people in it, and it's growing more and more every day. And the reason it's so successful is that people know they can reach us there. So not only do we have our support channel, we also have our Facebook group. What we've done is create a self-contained ecosystem where current customers can influence inadvertently potential customers or freemium customers through their case studies or sharing their wins or posting their own testimonials. We can also tap into our community for webinars or for interviews. We have an on-demand system for beta testers or candid one-to-one feedback as well. People request features through our Facebook group as well, and sometimes they have really great ideas, especially for features and things that they want to see from our product. All of this comes at no cost to us and no cost to our users. The key about having this community and having this back and forth with our customers is that we meet our customers where they are when they are in fact micro-influencers, and we create advocates from a very, very early stage. And they use our tool and our product to grow. And the more they grow, the more excited they get. And the more excited they get, the more they share. And this is something that you can also do, again, at minimal cost, whether it be via Patreon, Facebook, or Discord, or what have you. It's a great way to have these conversations with your customers in an informal environment where they can feel comfortable enough to share their honest thoughts and feedback with you, which is oftentimes super, super, super valuable. Number 3, create a directory. If your product or your tool has even the slightest learning curve, check this option out for content marketing. Why? It's a free give back for your community. It also creates experts who know how to use your tool, and they take those skills and they advertise them and they share them with their customers and their clients, and that extends your reach without you having to do anything, just what you're already doing. So here's how Surfer turned our directory into one of our most valuable and successful content marketing tools. First, we created an SEO writing masterclass, and this class was absolutely free, is absolutely free. It's hosted on YouTube, and it's not a self-promotion tool. It is 90% about SEO, 10% about how our tool can help them with their SEO. So it provides value apart from being self-congratulatory. Next, we added the incentive of taking an exam after you finish the course to get a certificate, because it's the first and only place to become Surfer certified. Then we encourage people to share the certification on their LinkedIn and with their networks. And this is just added visibility. Then we made it so that anyone who wants to join the updated directory, they have to be Surfer certified. So they either have to have taken the course and taken the take-home exam and passed, or simply taken the exam and passed with the take-home assessment. So this way, whenever we have people who are joining our directory, we can have a bit of quality control as well. We know that these people who are sharing about our product have experience with our product and are giving accurate, current information. These people go on to add being Surfer certified to their CVs, to their LinkedIn profile, to Fiverr, to Upwork, etc. And again, all of these mediums are simply extending our visibility and extending our reach. The directory also solved another problem that we had. Our support team was inundated with requests of people looking for writers. And now we have a really concise and convenient way that we can handle that. We can point them to the directory, and we can free up our support team to handle more pressing issues. On the other hand, it's also a way to promote our own tool, our keyword research tool, formerly known as our content planner. So it generates dozens of topic clusters, and a lot of times people don't have the time or the capacity to write as much content as the ideas that they're given from our keyword research tool. So when that happens, we can provide the directory to them, or they can go to the directory and find writers to write for them. So it frees up our support team, and it provides opportunities for Surfer certified writers, and it helps out agencies who use Surfer and our Surfer toolkit to be able to find writers who are qualified that they can trust to do the work for them. And all of this is at minimal cost to us. It's about 75% on autopilot. We have someone designated to issue the certificates, but apart from that, the course is hosted on YouTube. The certification we handle. The directory is basically an autopilot, and we have the systems in place so that this can run for us and with minimal supervision. Since we launched the SEO Writing Masterclass, we've had about 40,000 students go through it. It's generated about 1,700 mentions on Google. We have about 201 writers in the directory at the moment. We've produced about 800 new certificates, 3,500 in total. The SEO Writing Masterclass landing page has provided us with over 100 quality backlinks and 116 links to the other landing page for the directory. This is also really great because an unintended result is it falls into the bucket of programmatic SEO, because every new writer who joins the directory gets a unique URL. And with this URL that they share around, we get quality backlinks consistently. So as you can see, content marketing goes way beyond starting a blog or a podcast or a webinar or creating a nice lead magnet. There's a reason that those things have withstood the test of time, right? They work. But they're also a bit obvious, a little bit overdone, and they're highly competitive. Unfortunately, there are no shortcuts or cheat codes. It often boils down to being in the right place at the right time and having the resources to seize an opportunity. We write, we wait, we hopefully rank. I provided some out-of-the-box ideas to get your product and your name in front of new eyes. These are things that you can hopefully automate and run at minimal cost, that you can focus your efforts on scaling, which is also quite important. I want to take a moment to expound upon a few points that I've made. I want to do this in order to give you a more zoomed-in view of the why and the how, not just the, this is so great, you should try it out for yourself part. I started the presentation with product-led, community-based marketing, remember? I mentioned several free products that Surfer has produced that our community truly enjoys, such as our free Chrome extension, our writer's directory, and our SEO writing masterclass. Let's take a closer look at the latter, the SEO writing masterclass. I had the privilege of taking on this intimidating and enormous task after only, wait for it, 4 weeks at the company. Talk about a warm welcome. Here's how I managed to get the task done, and well, without overspending or overextending the team's resources. In phase 1, I looked at the first iteration of the masterclass. I asked questions like what worked, what didn't work, and why. I read through the original scripts, making sure to highlight information that was still relevant, and sorting out any figures I'd need to update as time had passed, and we all know how quickly SEO evolves. I'm also super fortunate that my team had conducted interviews after the first masterclass to gather insights, so I read through those in order to better understand what people wanted and expected from the 2.0 version. In phase 2, I started writing the scripts. I used Google Docs and created a new folder for each script or lesson, as I knew I'd need to keep all the visual and audio assets together. Google Docs made it easy to correspond and tag team on edits and revisions. Notion is another option as well. Apart from that, I also spent time thinking about the recurring themes that would unite all of these videos together. What is the opening line going to be? How much time will I spend on the intro? How about the closing? Will I create a tagline? I wanted to basically answer the question, how can I keep these videos branded and cohesive? Then I made sure to keep it consistent and transfer the opening and closing each time I made a new script. This phase took the longest. I wrote 18 unique scripts on a variety of SEO topics, and the research and writing part was extensive, but worth it. Phase 3, the recording. Now, I don't suggest anyone do what I did, at all, but for transparency's sake, I'll tell you. I locked myself in my office, closed the shutters to eliminate any light variations, and recorded 18 videos in about 30 hours. Ridiculous, I know. One thing I did that made it easier, not all the videos show my face at all times. I used different colors on the scripts to distinguish between screen grabs, graphics, and face, so I was able to record in bursts without needing to memorize an entire script or read from a teleprompter. Don't you just love a bootstrap, get it done type of marketing strategy? If I were to create a new version, I'd hire a team of videographers, but it worked well at the time. And this masterclass brings new eyes to Surfer, new writers to our directory, and serves as a useful piece of content that brings value to our community. We even share it as part of our internal and external welcome series. A gift that keeps on giving, at least until we evolve and make it even better. I also mentioned micro-influencers today and shared how Surfer's Facebook group, which now has almost 17,000 members, thank you Black Friday, is a place where our customers help convert our on-the-fence almost customers by sharing case studies and testimonials. One Surfer tradition for Black Friday is to incentivize our community not only with discounts but a global game that they can watch in real time. Our landing page updates for every new subscription or upgrade, and each level contains a perk or bonus. As you can probably imagine, having a group of almost 17,000 people who choose to join the community is a great place to create buzz about the offer and the game. While our team was cheering for every new update on Slack, you can see here that some of our most active community members were also encouraging others to join, upgrade, and participate in the fun. I can't tell you exactly how many sales came from this alone, but I can share that we sold 232 more deals than last year, which was already a record-breaking year for us. Annual plans increased from 19% on Thursday to 25% on Tuesday the 29th. We increased the number of annual plan subscriptions by 33%. We estimate that this campaign will significantly reduce our general churn rate, and the revenue generated only during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, increased by 188% compared to last year's Black Friday campaign. Find your corner of the internet and allow your community to flourish. They'll advocate and advertise for you. While we were all hands on deck making sure everything went smoothly, our community really did show up for us. Lastly, I proposed a directory as a not-so-obvious content marketing tool. I wanted to simply share the main steps that our writers take in order to be included and why they matter. People are encouraged to watch the SEO Writing Masterclass on YouTube. At the end of the series, there's an explainer video telling people how to go about getting certified. Then they take a multiple choice quiz, a step which doesn't require a team member supervision, as it's on autopilot. If they reach a certain score, they qualify to take the assessment. The assessment requires them to use our tool, the content editor, and produce an original piece of content with a score of at least 67, aka in the green. So we've got a flow to our YouTube videos, an automated qualifying exam, a prompt to use our tool and use it well, and tons of new people not only joining the directory, but sharing with their network that they're certified in Surfer by Surfer. And most importantly, minimal stress. I'd like to end with 3 things your content marketing team lead probably wants to tell you, but either hasn't gotten around to or is afraid to say out loud. Number 1, content marketing is a long-term game. Pushing deadlines on us with metrics that you impose is counterproductive. There's only so much that's within our control. You may write a blog post that flops, or create a video that you think will tank that ends up going viral. Speaking of target metrics, your content team should be involved when setting them. Number 2, let us experiment. I know there's a lot of pressure for deliverables, but there's one thing that will chip away at any and all SaaS companies if it goes unchecked: stagnancy. Lack of innovation, staying the same while the world and your competitors continue to evolve. Take some of the pressure off your content marketers by repositioning failure as data for what didn't work and a starting point for brainstorming what might possibly work in the future. I'm so lucky that the culture at Surfer encourages us to not only not fear failure, but to embrace it and know that it's inevitable. And basically, we should aim to fail fast and move on to the next endeavor with the lesson that we learned. And number 3, it's not always about moving the needle. Gosh, if there's one expression in startup culture that I hear all the time, it's this one. Content marketing is first and foremost about providing value. We educate, we entertain, and we inspire. When your team loses sight of this, or is forced to lose sight of this, what you get is keyword stuffing, stale, regurgitated content that, sure, may show up on the first page, but does absolutely nothing to establish credibility, create rapport with your audience, or build your brand. So go out and be awesome. And remember to treat your content team well, because at Surfer, we're always on the lookout for awesome talent. I'm Danni Roseman, content marketing lead at Surfer. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time and best of luck with your content marketing strategy.
It's time to say thank you, Danny, for great video speech. It's really a great day of SaaS marketing. Today we talked about digital marketing for SaaS, about approach, about challenges for 2023. I think that this conference was really helpful for you. Don't hesitate to leave feedback in comments. We are planning to provide this conference in the next year too. We will start 2023 with online conference PPC Day, where we will talk about paid traffic, about Google Ads, Facebook Ads, analytics, how to challenge this, and all this stuff will be on the 25th of December. The 25th of January. Just wait for the announcement and we will be happy to see you there. I want to say thank you for all speakers that shared the experience today. I want to say thank you for all guys who were viewing us today, and of course for our team that organized it all. I want to say thank you too to our gold partner today, Editorial Link. Links from websites of real businesses, corporate blogs, and world famous SaaS services. Order 5 or more links and get 1 link and gift and promo code of SaaS Day. Find this link in comments and get more value for your business. So guys, thank you for joining us today. See you on our next conferences and webinars, and have a great day. Thank you and bye-bye. It was Anton Warnyuk and Skills Booster Academy with you.